welcome to this week's Warriors HQ. We look back on Saturday's win against Scarlets, where Tangeli Nairavoro scored a memorable hat-trick. Coming up on this week's show, we have highlights of our 43-6 win over Scarlets. James Malcolm speaks to us about his first start for the club, and Matt Taylor talks about his new 2-year deal.
Letting me go so I can find myself again. I need that. Feel that I need that to feel that I need that to feel that I need that to feel that I need that home. I'm coming home 'cause this life that I've been living ain't mine. I know if I can find my own way back, there's a life I always knew but never had. I'm tired of fighting things that I can't change, letting me go so I can finally find my place. I need that to feel that I need that.
On Saturday, here at Scotstoun, James Malcolm made his first start for the club, and it was certainly a fantastic day for the youngster who scored a try. We caught up with him for an exclusive interview. James, this season you've been in the fringes of the first team, but due to injuries you got your big chance on Saturday in the European game against Scarlets, and talk us through it.
Yeah, so there was a string of injuries and meant for me to get called up out of the academy into the squad for the weekend, and I felt I had a good game, got a try in the end, so that was a nice way to top off a good win for the team.
And you were named in the squad the previous week, starting against Leinster. It was postponed the morning of the game. You must have been disappointed to see that called off.
Oh yeah, massively. It was to get my first, or to be offered my first start was massive for me, and then to wake up on the day after the terrible weather that we had through the night to hear that there was a pitch inspection first of all, and then in the end for it to be cancelled, I was pretty upset at that, but to then be given the opportunity to play again the week after was massive for me.
Did you fear that the chance was gone when that Leinster game was called off?
There was obviously a little bit of kind of sort of nerves around what the team would look like for the next week, but I knew obviously there was people out injured, so it wasn't like they were coming back like massively like that soon, so it was to be just waited on and see what happened the week after.
And on Saturday against Scots, were there any nerves sort of pre-match?
Oh yeah, no, I was pretty nervous to be honest going into it. So sort of like almost a full crowd here at Scotstoun, so just sort of coming out for the warm-up, seeing all that, so I'd sort of build it up, and I was pretty nervous going into it. But as soon as the game started, make a first sort of tackle, involvement, and that's you're fine into it.
And you spoke about your try. Are you prolific in that area? Were you expecting to score?
Definitely not. A few of my friends are saying they were going to bet on me, but didn't in the end, because I hadn't scored a try in about 2 years up until then. So I really picked a game to do it.
And are you still pinching yourself from that? Have you watched it a few times?
I've watched the game back just once doing my analysis stuff, and it does just seem a bit sort of surreal having, you know, started for Glasgow and got a try at the same time. But you know, it feels awesome, to be honest. It feels pretty good.
And here at the Warriors, we've got a thing called the moment of the match, and you're presented that by your father Walter. That must have been a special moment for you.
Yeah, you know, rugby's always sort of been a big thing in our family. My dad played a lot of rugby when he was playing, captain the Glasgow district side. You know, for him, it's he's been, I think, very proud of it all as well, and it's really involved, really behind me. So, you know, to come upstairs after the game, not really sure what I was going up for, to then see my dad getting called across to give me an award for something, that was really special for me.
It's been confirmed that the assistant coach for both Glasgow Warriors and Scottish Rugby, Matt Taylor, has signed a new 2-year deal, and we spoke to him fresh from putting pen to paper. Matt, you've been assistant coach at the club for the last 3 years, and today you've signed an extension for another 2. What was the thinking behind that decision?
Well, I've had a great time since coming here to the Warriors in Scotland, and we've made real progression as a group, and so it was a real easy decision for me to make to stick with the club, and all the good things we've done in the last couple of years, we're going to progress and get even better.
You came over to Scotland joining from the Queensland Reds. How did you find that sort of transition?
It was quite an easy transition in the fact that I had been living in Scotland previously and played here, so I knew a bit of the setup and I knew a lot of the people. I'd been lucky enough that I played with Gregor Townsend, who's the head coach here, so I had a really good personal working relationship with him, and also I got a lot of my relatives still here, so it's been quite an easy transition.
It seems to be a really nice environment here, what with between the coaching staff, the commercial staff and the playing staff. How do you find that, and does that help you with your job?
Yeah, certainly I think the Glasgow Warriors for me is a very family orientated club. I think everyone gets on really well. Like you said, all levels of the organisation combine well, and certainly as a club I've found it a really tight-knit community, and it's been really great to be part of it.
And since you've come here and joined with Gregor Townsend, we've certainly gone on a high. What have been the highlights so far?
I think the 2 highlights for me particularly was, the first one was making the final 2 years ago. Unfortunately we went down to a very good Leinster side on the day, but that season was a very good season, and then probably last season winning the whole thing against Munster was excellent, because I think we're the first Scottish team ever to do that, so that was really good, and it just says the quality of the group of players and the coaching staff and the work that everyone's done at all levels to achieve that.
And what's the capability of this current playing group with this season? Do you think that we can qualify from the European group stages for the first time?
I certainly think we can. I think we put ourselves in a lot better position on the weekend by putting the performance. We've got a very hard game down in Scarlets this weekend. We know that's going to be a lot tougher than it was this weekend, but I think if we go in with the right mindset for the last games, we'll do really well, and we should hopefully get out of the group.
Warriors HQ returns next week. We will review the European match against Scarlets in the double header, and we'll also look ahead to Christmas as we near the big day. Catch it all at youtube.com/Glasgow Warriors on Wednesday.